Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. My name is Celeste, and today I'm going to show you how I made this velvety soft squash soup. So if you're interested, then please keep watching. So we're starting out with our butternut squash. Be smarter than me and cut the top off a little bit before. A mess. But once you open it, you're going to see some seeds like so, and we're going to scoop those out with a spoon. It's very easy, and you can roast these and snack on them, or you can roast them and put them on top of your squash soup when they're done. It's up to you, but we're just going to save those, put those to the side, and I'm going to make them to snack later. This is our squash. I cut up 2 of them, and we're going to drizzle some olive oil on top, as well as some salt and some pepper. Not much, just to for flavor, I don't know. And then we're going to put it in the oven, but we're also going to put in some onions. And so I'm cutting up a small white onion. I think it's white. It might be a sweet onion, I don't know. Small white onion, and we're just going to peel the skin off, and I decided to cut them into quarters just to make it a little easier to cook, or to cook faster, I should say. So we're cutting that into 4ths, and we're going to put that in the oven. I wanted to do it all in one pan, but I don't have a pan big enough, and I make a lot of food for some reason. I don't know what that is. But we got our veggie scraps. Put that in a veggie bag and just throw that in the freezer so that when you make vegetable stock or something, there you go. That's what I do, at least. And so we got rid of our veggie scraps, and we're also going to cut this red onion into 4ths as well. And we're going to put that in the same pan as our other onion. This pan has been in my family for I don't know. And we're gonna also cut up this garlic. I want to roast garlic. I've never done this before. But we cut off the top a little bit. And then we're going to put some olive oil. I ran out of olive oil during this recipe. Oh my gosh. But it is what it is. We had enough. We made it work. And then I wrapped it in foil and I put it in the same pan as my onion. And I'm going to just let that do its thing with the onion. We also add a little oil to our onions to help those cook nicely and not stick to this non-stick pan. It's not a non-stick pan, but you know what I mean. So we're doing that. Going to add in our little garlic and put that in the oven with our squash. Yay. In the meantime, in between time, we are going to cut open and seed this pomegranate. So wash your pomegranate, and then I'm going to cut off the top like so. Top, bottom, I don't know what this is. But we're going to cut off one of the ends of our pomegranate just to expose the seeds to see what's going on, where we're at, what's happening. Then we're going to cut down our pomegranate because I don't know, maybe I'll insert a picture, but the pomegranate looks like it has quadrants, I guess you could say. So I was trying to do that, but carefully just break it open, you know. It's kind of messy, not gonna lie. It's a little messy, just a little bit. But we broke that open, and I used a bowl of water because we're gonna have to put it in water anyway. And that white part that surrounds the seeds floats on top of the water. So I personally just find it easier to just de-seed in water and then rinse it later. So you'll see me doing that here. We're just gonna pop open these seeds, you know, and just get those going in the water. Just carefully break them away from the white part. And as you can see, the white parts float. Some seeds float too, but that's because they have some of the white part still on them. Am I making any sense? I am. Just follow along, all right? And so we're just scooping the surface of the water to get the white parts off, and our seeds are at the bottom, as you can see. So it's like a nice little system. And if you need help de-seeding, just de-seed it in the water too. That helps a little bit. And so that's what I'm doing here. We're just de-seeding some pomegranate, like you see. Just be gentle because the pomegranate seeds are a little delicate, but this is what we're left with. And so I scoop the top as I go. And since we're done, I'm just gonna scoop the rest of the top off. I'm going to put this in a strainer and I'm gonna rinse it a few times. And that's that. You have some washed and ready to go pomegranate seeds. So this is what our squash is looking like after it got out the oven. There's our garlic. I had to put it in the same pan as our squash because the onions cooked pretty fast. But here I'm just scooping this out. I scooped everything into a pot. But I mean, I kind of recommend just going straight in to the blender if that's what you have. That's what I have. If I had a hand emulsifier, that is absolutely what I'd use. But anyways, we're just scooping out our squash into a pot that I have on the side right there. And there's a nice like layer of caramelization on top. It was really nice. Like, the squash came out so good. So good. So yeah, you just see me scooping this into a pot like so. Just really getting in there, to be honest. And then with the remaining squash, what would we call that? Carcass? No, that's terrible. With the remaining part of the squash, we're going to also add that to our veggie bag. Because that's just a nice little treat. I don't know. It's a nice little difference of flavor in our veggie bags. So our onion was done before the squash. So we're just putting that into our pot. Very nice and caramelized as well. It cooked deliciously. And then our garlic, look at that. For the first time, I'm actually really proud of it. I mean, it's not hard, of course. But for the first time roasting garlic, that's pretty great. So you just squeeze that out into your pot, like so. And that's where all the delicious garlicky goodness is. And then when that is done, I had put milk in, not unsweetened cashew milk, into my pot. It was about a cup and a half, I want to say. And then I also added vegetable bouillon. All of the recipe ingredients and all that stuff will be in the description box. So just check that out. Check that out if you're interested. But I also added it to a blender after that. I would have just add it straight to the blender. But also, put a something on top, like a towel or something, so that if there's splashback, because this is still very hot, make sure that you don't burn yourself. So put something on top of your blender so that you're not splashing back hot, soupy liquid onto yourself. That's a big no-no. And I need a new blender, y'all. But we got the job done. I also should have probably added a little more milk to this one, but it's all good. It's all good. So we're adding it back into our pot. And this is the last of the squash. It's lighter in color because I added more milk to that batch than the first one. And that's why it's also creamier and silkier looking. But it is what it is. And so I added it back to my pot, which is on low, I believe. So it's starting to bubble up a little bit. But we're adding it back in and we're going to start seasoning it like for real. So add in all the seasonings that your little heart desires. I'm a savory type person, so I added in some garlic salt. Yes. I added in regular salt. And then I just, I layered it in. I didn't I'm not sure what the measurements were, but we layered and we tasted as we went. So we added pepper, we added our onion powder, we added in some paprika, and we just got it going. Mixed it up, tasted it, see if I did add more seasoning to this as time went on. I think I want to say I used like a tablespoon of each, except for salt. I didn't use that much salt. But yeah, a tablespoon of everything but salt and pepper, perhaps. And this is what it's looking like. It came out super smooth. Super, super smooth. If I had a hand blender or emulsifier, it would have came out probably even better, but it is what it is. And then I add some balsamic glaze on top. You can make your own balsamic glaze from scratch. I was a little too lazy this time, but it is what it is. Then I added the small amount of extra virgin olive oil that I had left into my bowl. I added some hemp seeds, because we like hemp seeds around here. Our pomegranate that we so tirelessly de-seeded, and added some pumpkin seeds because they were already roasted, ready to go. And that's that. I hope you enjoy my little recipe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.